Hi, Norman Hallett here with your next 4-minute drill for traders. I'd like to use this drill to start to wrap up our talk about Singularity University and my experience at a summit I attended there last month. When I agreed to attend this private summit of 40 people, I went with the express purpose of identifying a couple of emerging technologies that I could invest in, put my money into, in its early stages and ride that exponential growth of that technology to big profits over time. Well, I came away with a couple of ideas, but I have to say that one thing I learned is that the seed stages of these technologies, you have to be an equity partner in the idea in order to take advantage, because the revolutionary technologies are not born from publicly traded companies. They're born from small groups of people, small startups. I've been looking into websites like Kickstarter.com, where small firms or even individuals look for money to develop their new ideas. Currently, you can't give these companies money for shares of the company, but there are new regulations being brought forward that will make that happen. And I believe that you will be able to change money for shares very shortly. So I'm keeping my eye open with sites like Kickstarter. Right now, all you can do is give them a little money to help them out and they'll give you some perks like discounts on their prototypes, etc. So check it out, Kickstarter.com. Okay, now for the two technologies that I fell in love with. And I'm gathering as much information as I can on these topics so I have the best chance of getting in early on some of these technologies, especially these two. The first, vertical farming, because 80% of the cost of food is derived from the cost of transporting the food from one place to another. Vertical farming is going to be big. If we can grow food locally, and I mean all kinds of food, that'll radically bring food costs down, and we'd eat fresher and more nutritiously as well. It's the key to feeding our growing population. Vertical farming is where they take a building, say a 50-story Manhattan high-rise, and use it floor by floor, floor after floor, hydroponic type food growing equipment. Now, as technologies grow, you can continue to maximize the light that the plants are given, the perfect spectrum for growth, the perfect amount of nutrient-rich water applied perfectly for maximum growth. Everything automatically maximized. These buildings are totally self-sufficient. Water's recycled, solar roofs, side panels, building that's self-sufficient, growing 20 lettuce crops a year instead of just 2 or 3, because you can create the perfect growing environment in that closed condition. A floor of cucumbers, one of carrots, a floor of onions, on and on. So bottom line, I'm going to be learning as much as I can about this technology and who's commercializing it so I can invest in some way. 30 or 40 buildings like this, and you can feed the entire city of New York. I'm so into it, I just bought a little vertical grow stack, 5 pots stacked vertically where the water circulates. And I have it right outside in my patio. I bought it locally from a friend, John, from Urban Farmer. The watering mechanism is on a timer, and I get good sun down here in Florida every day. So point is, I'm learning all I can about how the whole vertical farming thing works, and I even have a crude form of it now in my patio. Call me crazy, but I think vertical farming is the future, and I want to understand it and be part of it and make money from it. Maybe you want to join me. Let's be vertical farmers together. Whatever, your choice. Okay, that's it for this edition of 4-Minute Drill for Traders. Next week, I'll go over the other investment idea that I came away with from Singularity University. I think you're going to really like it, and there's no watering involved, so you may even like it better. So until next week, say it with me, stay disciplined.